What do you think is the most important word in public relations? Let's talk about it in this episode. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to the Nata PR School podcast, episode 253. Welcome, my PR friends. I hope you're having an amazing December month, that you had a great Black Friday week, a lot of sales. And we'll keep exploring, as you know, my favorite subject, which is public relations. And I wanted to really focus on something that's really dear to my heart, relations. Probably if you've listened for a while, you've been listening to my podcast, you know, you've probably heard me say this, that in public relations, the most important word is not public, it's relation. And even though the web, social media, AI, and all the technology transforming our industry, and I'm sure your world as well, at the lightning speed, sometimes I feel the changes are just faster and faster today. Everything is like changed and reshaped, and our tools and our platforms that we use are different every year for sure. One thing has never changed though, and at the end of the day, we're still trying to reach human beings, to create relations, to relate, to connect with human beings, to share a story, an idea, a product, a service, and maybe eventually inspire them to talk about it, engage with it, buy it. This is what we're doing. This is what public relations does every single day. What sets public relations apart really isn't just our ability to write a press release or craft a great angle to present our clients. No, it's our ability to build genuine relationships, really. And this is what I love the most, actually. And I've made some very lifelong friends, working in this field for so many years. It's so important and it's so precious. In this episode, I wanted to share 3 reasons why the word relation truly is the foundation of our profession. So let's begin. The first reason is really relationship before conversation. If you've listened to the previous podcast, episode 252, I compare public relations to selling, and it goes in the same sense. So relationship before conversation, what does it mean? It means that both disciplines, selling and PR, rely on the same core pillar, relationship. You know probably that good sales professional, they have built relationship along the year. This is why they make a lot of money in their field, because they've created this trust. So the best salespeople don't think in terms of transaction, and we don't. They think in terms of connections. It's the same exact thing. That's how PR works, really, exactly the same way. A journalist comes back to you because they know they can rely on you. They know what? They know you provide accurate information, you respond quickly, you follow up professionally, and respect their deadlines. And you understand their editorial needs. You understand what they're looking for. You're there to serve. So in other words, you don't waste their time. So this relationship really qualify in so many different ways. So of course, you may have a yes once, but it might turn out in so many other opportunities. And that's where PR stands apart from other disciplines. Relationship is truly the engine of long-term visibility. It's really the basement of everything. So that was number one, right? So PR is really the famous relation before conversation. I love that. So relation before conversation means you have to build your business on connection, right? Number 2, relation. It's really an antidote to noise. Oh, I love that. We cut through the noise. This is one of my main preoccupation, I should say. We receive so much information. I'm sure you feel like you've overwhelmed with information. So today, journalists, producers, influencers, everybody, all of us, we're drowning in a sea of messages. Oh, I find it so crazy. And our friends, journalists, receive dozens, sometimes hundreds of pitches every single day. So why do they open your email instead of another one? Why do they read your angle? Why do they call you back? Well, because you have a connection with them. You have a relation with them. You've created a link. This is why it's so important. A relationship really acts as a natural filter when you think about it in an oversaturated landscape. It adds credibility to your message. It makes your email more than just another email. With a relationship, your message cuts through the noise. Isn't that fun to think about that? Let's build relationship, my friends. That's why PR remains so relevant in the age of algorithms. It's built on something no technology can replace, the human connection. So voila. Relationship as an antidote to noise. We love it. Number 2. Number 1 was public relation before conversation, and relationship cuts through the noise. And the third aspect that I wanted to talk about in this podcast was this one, relationship as a long-term value. You know, I love advertising. Advertising buys immediate results. PR builds an asset. I'll explore one of my other favorite team is PR. You can build PR. There's a compound effect when you use PR, but yes, PR builds an asset. Advertising buys immediate results. So a strong relationship doesn't disappear when a campaign ends. A journalist may think of our agency, Nata PR, 6 months later or even a year later. And if they had a good service, or if we connected with them, a great relation, they will get back to us. And influencers, same thing. And they may decide to spontaneously mention the brand that we represent if they appreciate the work that we do. That's the long-term value of public relations, really. So the relation capital, it's something subtle, invisible, we don't see it, yet incredibly powerful, has a high value, and that kind of capital to me is priceless. Relationship is our superpower, really. So we were talking about 3 different points why relation is so important in PR. It's the most important word, relation before conversation. So we built relationship with journalists and, of course, influencers. Relationship, an antidote to noise. And number 3 that I love, relationship as a long-term value. So in the end, the reason PR remains essential despite every technology is simple. It's rooted in the most precious thing humans share, trust. We build trust. Technology evolves, platforms changes, but relationships last and endure. As a long-term it has a long-term effect that I really love. And thank you listeners, because we are building you listening, me creating content for you and information for you. So thank you for being there, being part of this relationship too. So if you'd like to learn more, you know where to reach me, natapr.com. But if it's not too late, if you listen to this podcast when it's published the morning of December 17, you can click on the link below. We have our last workshop of the year on the press release. It's a press release workshop. Even if you can't attend, just register so you'll have access to the replay. So hopefully, if you're not on our list too, get on our list. You can sign in on natapr.com landing page, of course. And hopefully, I'll see you in 2026, if it's not for this last workshop on December 17. And I wish you all the best. And we'll be talking probably, and you'll be listening to the next episode in 2026 already. So voila. Hopefully, you'll be there in 2 weeks. À bientôt. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.